Good evening. Hello. Welcome to another episode of Open Shutter. Evans,
Hello, hello.
What's
Evans,
up,
you want to play
everybody?
that? You want to play that sound effects that you just
Yay!
showed us?
Welcome, welcome,
Yes.
welcome, everyone. Welcome.
Nice.
Shout out to the marketing department for arranging that. We also have a few other sound effects that we can sprinkle in during the show because we just got next level. I think
We're
it's great.
trying.
We like to thank our sponsor Rode for the sound effects because Evans told me that's part of the Rode, his Rode mic kit apparently somehow. So, what was that other one that you had? There's another one. Just do that when someone says a bad joke or something.
Yep.
Right. Anyway, guys, thanks everyone for watching another episode of Open Shutter, another Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of November, so hopefully you guys have all started your Christmas shopping because I haven't. There,
No.
I was at the dollar store on Saturday, and they smashed the Halloween stuff with the Christmas stuff. Like the Halloween mask was with the Christmas wreath. Like they kind of smashed it together. It was weird.
Oh my.
It was a weird thing. Anyway, today we're going to talk about how to capture candid moments in any situation because I don't know. For me personally, like whenever I don't have my camera on me, that's when I want to take a shot. So I do have a few examples of how you can grab a shot when you don't actually have a camera. You just have your phone because there are ways to do it. And it's really just about paying attention to details. And for me, like candid shot is anticipating a moment. Like you kind of see like what someone's going to do or what someone's going to say or where someone's walking. You just sort of see the moment in the future and you kind of plan for it, and then you just take the shot, and then boom, you get a candid moment. But you know that's just about paying attention and also just pure practice also. So I know that Evans and Andre has like some wedding stuff that they can show. Because for me, like I'm not a wedding photographer, but I love candid wedding shots because I think it just tells much more of a story than just your typical bride and groom shot. Like we've all seen it, but when you see like an actual like candid shot of a wedding, because there's so much going on during that day, and you get like a little moment, man, that's what people pay for, I think. So that's my spiel. Thanks everyone for our supporter section for coming out to another Wednesday show. This is your first time watching us. We all have YouTube channels. There are two people missing from the show. Bryan's on an assignment, getting paid. We're not getting paid, but Bryan's getting paid. So Bryan is going to be buying lunch for us next week. Maybe he's in the comments. I don't know. He's probably going to say something if he is. Hey Kim. Hey Jessica. And so Bryan's going to be back next week. We're doing the fall challenge thing next week, I think. So follow our Instagram for details if you guys aren't. I'll put it in the chat right now. I think we just passed 200 followers on Instagram, so that's a huge deal because it's hard to grow anywhere these days.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of growing, if you haven't checked out any of our channels, go check them out. I know that Kim and Jessica know what we're about, but if this is your first time watching us, we all do photography stuff. We do behind the scenes stuff. We do all kinds of stuff. So I just dropped a video yesterday about a Halloween meetup that we did on Sunday. Kim and Jessica were there, and they crushed it with their costumes. And I think Edward is still running in the maze. So it was a great time. It was actually a really good time. So we're going to do it next year. It's probably going to be like an annual event. So I just dropped a video yesterday on that. So if you're into people dressing up and wandering the downtown streets of Toronto, getting random looks by passerbys, I actually thought we'd get more honks. We got like 3 honks. So anyway, it is. I mean, Toronto's getting pretty soft, man.
Of course.
And yeah, that's about it. I'll throw it to Evans, little spiel.
Yes. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Evans. I'm a wedding and events photographer. Candid shots is something that I like to do a lot at weddings. Yeah, I do pose couples maybe here and there, but most of the time I let them, do their own stuff, and I snap away, interact like that, because I feel like during events and weddings, when you take those kind of candid shots where people are not expecting you to be taking the shots, I tend to get better shots that way. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Haven't seen you in a while.
Kevin, where you been, man?
Yeah, where you been?
Too much, man.
He's back from all his cruising and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Good seeing you, man.
I tend to Let people do their thing. I don't like to pose too much. Yes, if I have to, I will. But I don't like that posy look all the time. I let people just interact with themselves in their natural environments, and I take the shots, especially at events. I'm going to show. I'll share some pictures down the line,
Yeah.
but you're going to see that when I'm at events, beside the couple and all the celebrants, I'm looking in the crowd, looking at people doing whatever stuff that they are doing, and without them knowing, most likely sometimes on my 70-200, I'm just hiding in some corner, just taking some natural
man.
interactions between the people, and I
Love
think
it.
I like that sometimes more than where I'm actually posing people. So Candy
100%.
shots are really nice things, and we're gonna talk about some of the means and ways that I go about doing my stuff. Andre.
What's up, everybody?
So,
The, like Evans was saying, when you get the candid shots in a wedding, you're actually getting the real emotions from people. And because when they're posed, they put that fake smile on and look happy and whatever. But when you get like that, the father handing over his daughter to the groom and all these other different scenes in a wedding, those are your banger shots because that's what people
100%.
want to see. And
100%.
the post stuff you have to do just because Aunt Sally that you haven't seen in 10 years is there, and grandma, and
Real man
you got to get
Sally.
all them. You got to get all them in there. But
Yeah.
like Evans, I like the candid shooting of a wedding better. Just let me go, let me blend in, and I do my thing, and you try and capture as much as you can. So
Mhm.
it's all about emotion and yeah,
Yeah. That's what it's about.
capturing that moment in time. You're it's like a time capsule. So
Yeah.
my 2
Priceless.
cents. It is priceless because
It is. It is. It is.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at it like 5, 10, 20 years later. It's like,
Yeah.
it's cool, right?
And it's not just events too, right? So you can do candidates on the streets.
Yep.
You can do candid even in a studio portrait environment. You can still do some candidates.
Yeah.
So it applies everywhere and anywhere.
Mhm.
It all depends on how or what you define as candid and how you go about capturing them.
Exactly. Exactly. So let me just, hey Kevin. So good seeing you, Kevin. Let's see your NFTs, man. How much are you selling them for? Just curious.
Yeah, I want to know.
I want to know.
Yes.
So I kind of want to start off with not having your camera on you because, like I said at the start, like there's been plenty of times where I don't have my camera, I just have my phone, and I want to take the shot. And the way that I kind of look for Canon stuff, especially with just my phone, is I try to look for color because it just like it looks good on the phone, obviously. So I'm going to show you an example. Show versus tell, right? Make sure I have that. Okay, cool. You guys have this photo?
Yep.
Two dudes sitting on the edge. Yeah. So this
Yep.
is just two dudes sitting on the edge of like the pier. But I mean, I sort of liked it because again, the guy's wearing red, so that's automatic yes. Because anytime you have red, it's always good because the eye is automatically drawn to red. Just because red symbolizes danger, so the red just goes to it, and the lake's blue, so it's good contrast against the red sweater. And these guys are just, I don't know what they're doing, I don't know what's happening. They're having a moment, they're staring at the fish, but again, you're capturing a moment, right? So I'm just walking by, I'm just walking down the pier, I see these two dudes, I just snap the photo, and then off you go. I sort of like that you don't see their faces. It kind of creates that mysterious mood about them.
Yeah.
That you don't see their face, so it makes the viewer think a little bit more. You're not getting the full picture, right? So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, I have to stop sharing my screen, don't I? Another way of doing it is
Rookie errors 101.
yeah, it's my first time using. It's my first time using a computer, so. So you guys have the Union Station app?
Yep.
Right. So again, this is a phone pic, right? But anytime you come here, it's a great spot to take photos. But whenever you have someone in the frame like this, it just gives your photo a little bit more scale. Again, I sort of like not being able to see this person's face. You also have someone here in the far background too, a little bit, so it creates a little bit more depth. But again, I didn't have my camera, but I wanted to take the photo. So, there's ways to go around it. I mean, I just like this spot because of the pillars, because they act as a leading line throughout the whole photo. It's a great spot any time of day, year, whatever it is. But I sort of like her just because she has this like little suitcase and she's like walking towards the train, and you want to try to create a story, right? Like whenever, obviously photography is about telling stories. So, okay, where's this person going? Like, who's she going to be seeing? All that stuff. So you want to create that story, a little bit of mystery. And, again, because I didn't have my camera, I don't have a zoom lens. I can't go right up to her and say, hey, oh, by the way, can I take your photo? Then you sort of lose the candid, right? Because whenever you ask someone, can I take your photo? They get their guard up a little bit. It doesn't matter if they're comfortable, they're not comfortable. It's just human nature to have your guard up a little bit, because when you don't know the person, you don't know what they want. So it's hard to get that candid feel. That's where a zoom lens comes into play, because then you can just become a sniper and sniper people off, right? So I'll show you another example.
Photograph people.
Yeah, photograph. Sorry, YouTube. Photograph.
We are not snipers here.
Yes, exactly. It's open shutter spelled with the U. I've always had that like fear, like I misspell it. It's like a U, It's one of those things. It's one of those because it's so close on the keyboard, Always proofread your social media posts, because
makes a difference.
That's my spiel about that. So speaking about zoom lenses. So that's just my example with just using phones.
Yeah, but phones are great because most people have a phone on
That's
them
what I'm saying.
all the time. So just pull it out, click, 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 and you know what? You might, like Paul, you got some good ones there. Great, post them.
Like you just want to grab it, right? Like again, it's all about the discipline too of taking the photo. Like I'd rather take the photo than not, because it just keeps you in the discipline of actually just taking a photo, because it's a muscle memory thing, right? Sort of like making videos, right? Like if you don't do it for a long period of time, it's hard to get back into like the routine of the whole process. So I just do it just for the sheer discipline, really.
Even if you don't get a great shot to post, do it.
Yeah.
And you'll learn from it and say, hey, that didn't quite work. Why not break it down? And you know what? Try again. And
do you guys have this one up?
Yep.
Okay, so this is probably using my 200. And what I love about Candid is just showing like opposites, right? Because you have this sign, it's supposed to be happy, you're supposed to be having a good time. This girl's miserable. I don't know what her deal is. But I'm shooting. I'm also shooting through like the window, right? So you're not getting like a clear shot. But I'm just walking around. I see her like not having a good day, and I like the contrast between like the sign of have a good time and she's not having a good time. So that's what I like about this photo.
Definitely.
Even though it's not the greatest photo, but it's a story, right?
Yeah, I've been struggling when it comes to using my cell phones. And well, maybe it's just because my phone sucks. Right? So I never really like the photos that comes out of my phone. I'm thinking of maybe getting an iPhone 13. Maybe at that time I might try some phone photography. But for me, it's using my phone has become hard. I'm trying to start using it a little bit more because it's convenient, right? It's always in your pocket. You can always bring
it's
it out.
Light. And you don't need no gimbals, no tripods.
No gimbal, no tripods. Yep.
You don't have to switch lenses, and it's
So but pay attention, right, to the details. If Evans wants to share a couple of photos, go for it, man.
Yep. Let me share a couple of let me share my screen and then I'll share a couple of images. Let's go start off with these first, and then maybe I may add some more down the line. So share screen one, I believe. Yes, and allow. It should have my screen now.
Nice.
So
That's nice.
this was an event, right? People are doing their thing. I'm on a long telephoto lens.
Mhm.
I'm hiding in the corners. He's busy trying to open up his wine, and I'm shooting through two other people. So you see on the sides here, you have two people that's kind of framing him up,
Mhm.
and he doesn't even know I'm somewhere there taking the photo, right? I like these kind of like, you know, real life moments, right?
Yeah.
I'll call it
Real.
that kind of stuff. So this one here,
Yeah.
it looks as if she's looking directly at me and she's posed, but she wasn't.
Yeah. No.
Right?
Where was she
But
looking?
I'm very far away. She's looking at somebody else sitting in front of her, talking directly to the person. Right?
It
But
looks like
I'm
she's
so far
posing, yeah.
away. It looks like she's posing towards me, but there was a
What are you
candy shot.
using
So
here? What are you
I'm using a 70 to 200.
You're at 200 here?
I'm at 200.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
from way far off. So I'm cutting out whoever was in front of her, and it looks like she's looking directly at me. Right.
Yeah. It's cool. Like
Similar
that.
one. She's looking somewhere, talking. Because I know we always want to have that portrait with people looking into your eyes. You can see the people's eyes all the time.
Yeah.
I like these kind of little bit of off axis, kind of looking towards the eyes, looking somewhere else, especially because they don't know them taking the photo. All right, so she's looking somewhere, doing her thing.
Yeah, she's got her attention on that other person,
on other person,
which is good.
and I take my shot, but you can still see the eyes, right?
Yep.
So the eyes are not completely hidden, because I still want to have a little bit of that eyes towards the camera angle, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm getting her from an angle where she's not really looking, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't look overly posed. This guy, he raised up his head exactly when I was going to take the shot. Right. So he lifted up his eyes and saw me, pointed directly at him, and he made the photo.
Yeah, it makes the photo, man.
It makes the photo. So it's like if he's giving me the eye contact,
Giving
like
you
I
the
see
eye
you,
contact.
right? But it kind of adds to the image.
All right. I like his expression.
Yep. This one, yeah, she was looking. She saw me, and she looked. But I like these kind of candid
the smile,
shots, the smiles,
the off glance.
natural people in their. Oops, I went too fast.
Yeah,
I was here. Yeah, people in their natural environment doing their own thing. And as you can see, I'm zooming in all the way to 200, and some of these are really tight.
Yeah.
I like tight shots because I want to, in some situations, because I want to show or highlight the person's facial expressions, right? The emotions that are coming out at that time. This one is outside. Nice. I think this is Rat Ray.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I just hang out there on the pathwalk, waiting for someone to walk past me, and then I take that shot. Right. This one, I forgot where we were. Was it a Woodbine Beach?
Yeah. This is Woodbine.
I think so. Yeah.
At the meetup, right?
At the meetup.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just spotted her sitting there looking through the ocean by herself.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just the isolation. Stood behind her and took that shot.
That's a good shot, man.
I dig that.
This is the same place. I spotted this single photographer up on the rocks doing his thing.
Is he part of us?
So I had to get him. Yeah. I'm not sure what he was. I think he was trying to get I don't think he was one of us though.
No.
I think he was just
can't tell from
somebody else out there by himself. But I just spotted him with a camera to his eyes taking a shot. So I popped mine out. And I think I was using the 70 to 200 at that time and just grab a quick shot of him.
Man, that fog was
Mhm.
crazy that day, man.
The
Oh,
fog was
yeah.
crazy
That
that
fog
day.
was unreal, like right out of a Stephen King movie.
This
Oh, this
one,
is
another
cool.
one. The guy's riding his bike. He lifted
Yeah,
up his eyes at the right time to
yeah,
see me, give me that eye contact,
yeah.
and I take that shot.
Now, was this one shot or were you on continuous?
This is just one shot.
This is just one shot that you got?
Yes.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
well, I had 3 shots from that sequence,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. You know how people we call it spray and pray, right?
Spray and pray,
I
yeah.
don't
No,
do that.
you don't spray and pray?
So no. So it depends. In certain actions like this, you may want to do that. You may want to put it on continuous shooting mode.
Yeah.
I still leave mine on single shot,
Okay.
but what I'm doing is I'm tracking the person as they're coming,
Okay.
and I'm taking single shots at regular intervals when I want to, instead of just having it in continuous mode and
Interesting.
pressing down and going. Grrr. No, I don't.
Okay.
I
No.
just time my shots, single shots, as much as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's working.
Nice.
It does work.
Working.
Right, so that's what I have for now. I'll share some more as
Okay,
we
cool.
go.
Andre, you want to share anything, man?
Sure. I will share a few.
Any questions in the chat? Let us know. Be happy to answer. Also, if you're wondering where Meeks is, he should be back in 2 weeks, apparently. If you're wondering.
You guys see that one? Yeah,
yeah.
perfect. So basically, this is the bride and her father walking down the aisle. So totally real. She sees the groom.
She's happy, which is good.
Dad probably happy, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you flip that around, I think of this way. That's the groom.
We don't have it. Okay, now we have it. Yeah.
So now that's the groom seeing the bride coming down the aisle for the first time. So
this is the same. Like you got this right after you shot that.
I basically went click, click, click. And then went,
is that
click,
what you
click.
did?
Yeah.
Damn.
And it was just I tried to position myself so that I could do that.
Were you shooting this wedding, or you just
yeah
you were shooting this wedding?
I shot that in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just you have to be observant.
Yeah.
You have to be ready, always just ready to see these things. And you know, because that to me, that photo says a lot, because it's like he's like, wow, I'm marrying this woman, and it's like she looks gorgeous. He's just so full of emotion, you know. Yeah.
I also like how you shot it from like the side too. Like the angle is cool. Like both photos.
I put myself there on purpose, because if I either went to one end or the other, I could only shoot him or her. And
got it.
When you're a solo shooter for a wedding, you try and
gotta try to cover every angle,
maximize all that.
Yep.
You tell your couple up front you can't get everything.
Yeah.
But you try and get as many of those those types of shots as you can, and by scoping out, getting there early, you kind of see the setup of how everything is. You can say, okay, if I get here, you know how the bride's coming. You have to do your homework.
That's where the planning comes, because you meet with them, you speak with them, you go through the rehearsal, you know exactly how everything's going to go, and that's how you plan where you're going to be, right?
Yeah, you need to do all that.
It's just otherwise, like, you're just spraying and praying, and that's not a good thing at a wedding.
No.
So I like that too. That's cool.
Now here you have the first dance. They just get up there, their music comes on, and they just go. They were actually very good, because they actually had a routine.
What song was it? What song was it?
I can't remember. But you know what? Their faces are just pure joy. You know, they're totally happy.
And that's what they paid for, right?
Yeah.
That's what you pay for. You want to get that moment.
So.
Yeah, man. Dig that. Also dig the black and white too.
They didn't have a lot of color in their well, she's wearing a white dress, but he was like wearing a gray suit, so it's like
Hmm.
Now, a little behind the scenes, you actually have the bride. I don't know if you have the bride helping one of her bridesmaids out, doing up her dress and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So a little behind the scenes there. My editing could have been better. This was done in 2015. I've learned a lot since.
New package, guys. New package.
Yeah.
All those photos I gave you, garbage. Here, take these photos.
And
like
you have
that.
like
That's
the
cool.
like the
Details.
detail shots,
Yeah,
you know. The groom putting his shoes on. He got this watch from his to be bride. You know,
Mhm.
they exchange gifts and stuff. So this was his. She gave him a watch. So it's me taking a shot of him putting the strap on, like attaching it, and
Yeah.
so it might not mean anything to anybody watching it, but it'll mean something to the bride because she gave him that watch.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
pay attention. Yeah, I know I'm repeating myself, but pay attention to the little details because they were thoughtful enough to get each other gifts that meant something to them. So take a photo of that, you know, and they will appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Good point. And just also, like, I mean, you can also apply this to other types of events, like birthdays and model shoots, like getting details and such. You know, it doesn't have to be just wedding.
Where's this one? Okay, let's do this one quick.
Nice. Yeah, this is a cool photo, man.
Thank you. So now this is a different wedding. I'm at the girl's place. The bride had gotten ready. Right. Everybody's just walking around, and she just casually was walking from like the living room into the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't even think she knew I was there, but I just took a few photos. You know.
She's got her hand on her head, like on the.
She's
like,
readjusting her headpiece there, and it's like there again. Be ready. When you're doing a paid gig like this, always have your camera.
Yes, ready.
Because
at the proper setting.
A lot of people could have just stood there with their camera and she walked by. It's like, no, that's a photo right there.
That's a
like,
photo, yeah.
Who cares about the clutter? That's somebody's house. That's their pictures. It's
their home.
Yeah, no, it's their home. So don't worry about having everything perfect. This is their setting. Photo shoots, that's when you can mock everything up. But this is real world. Somebody's home.
Yeah.
And it's
it also makes it more real.
Yeah.
Like it just makes it more real. So
yeah, I know. I get emotional about this stuff because it's like and passionate because it's like it's just one more photo that when they actually go to look at these photos, they're like, holy crap, I didn't realize that you took that. And so weddings aren't easy, people.
No.
I think
that's why you get paid the big bucks, man.
Yeah. Weddings aren't easy. Yep. After you do it a couple of times, you kind of begin to get a routine of how you want to go about them.
Yeah.
You can't always. Well, it's good to prep. There are times where you don't get opportunity to prep, but that's where you gotta rely on your skills, right? And knowing how to position yourself to get the shots, you know, especially if you're shooting alone. Because if you're shooting alone, because Andrea and I did a wedding not long ago, and when I went to go check out the location, it was supposed to be a 40 people wedding because at that time there was COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
But on the day of the wedding, COVID restrictions were lifted and the place was packed, right?
Oh, yeah.
With nowhere to move around, right?
Yeah.
But fortunately, because there was two of us shooting, it was easy because one position resolved in the back front end, one position resolved in the back end. And even though we couldn't move around as much as you would want to,
you've still got the angles.
The angles. All right. So planning, candid shots, making sure that you have the eye to see what other people are doing, because it's not just about the couple getting married, but it's also about the guests, the parents, the brothers, the sisters, and that's where you get a lot of those candidates, because
Yeah.
nobody is really gonna um, like in the middle of the event, you can't just go pose them and say, "Oh, turn your head this way." No,
No.
right? You're gonna have to
Yeah.
wait for the moment and take that shot at the right moment.
And this was a wedding I did, I think, a couple weeks before the one I helped Evans with.
Mhm.
This was actually a day after the wedding. The bride rides, and she actually got the place where she rides to let her use a couple horses.
Mm.
The one wasn't having it that day, so that horse went away. So, so
Supposed to be two
this is
horses, eh?
it was supposed to be, but
Mm.
the one horse was just not having a good day. So this one, we did some photos, and they were just walking away to bring the horse away. So I'm just standing there letting them walk away, and I'm like, so I snapped a few photos. You know, makes a great photo. You don't always have to see their faces.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
You know. It's cool,
yeah.
man.
And it means something to her because that's something she loves to do.
Yeah. Her two passions, her two loves.
Yeah.
Basically, right?
Husband, he's not gonna ride, but
he's already on the sidelines.
Yeah. So there again, that's the whole thing about being prepared. Sometimes you just have to let things happen.
Yeah.
And because if I was walking with them, I would just be walking beside them, talking and stuff. But this way, I just let them go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yep, take a few photos. There, got the one I want. And there you go, done. So be prepared. And let things happen. Don't always try not to force things. Just things will.
Well, then they won't look so natural, right? If you try to force it.
Because this is them just, walking away, holding hands, just walking nice and slow, taking the horse back.
Patience, right? I think patience is a big thing. I mean, again, it doesn't have to be wedding. You could be doing a model shoot and maybe you're doing something similar, right? Getting details. Maybe she's walking somewhere. But you can apply this logic to other types of events, occasions, like whatever it is, right? Like just
street shooting.
And street shooting, like, is a big one where, like what Evans did with that rat, right? You just pick a location that you like, right? I think I have some examples for that. But just pick a spot that you like.
Yep.
And just wait for just something, right?
I have a few photos. I'm just going to find them quick when you're showing.
Yeah, let me see. I'm going to show you guys. I have some. I mean, since Christmas is on the way,
Woo-hoo.
I know we're all excited about that. And okay, this dude. Okay. All right. So this is, I think this is like Oakville's Christmas tree. You guys have this photo up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like, I think Oakville's Christmas tree lighting thing like a few years ago. And again, like I said, like you like to kind of create the opposite mood, right? Because Christmas is supposed to be joyful. And this guy, I don't know what was going on with this dude, but he was having a day.
Mr.
He was not Santa that day, let me tell you.
No.
And I just like this photo because it is the exact opposite of this whole event. Because everyone else is having a great time, kids are having a great time, and this guy just like I don't know what's going on with this dude, but
that guy,
that's what I like about it.
Yeah, the guy in the background smiling. That woman
everyone, man,
smiling.
Christmas, everyone's having a great time. Families are around, and this guy just
Jack
I hate
Frost?
Christmas. I think so, man. But that's what I like to do with Candid, like especially at like certain times or events. You just want to have like the opposite feeling because it's kind of funny. I'm pretty sure if he saw me take this photo, he probably would have like threw my camera like down the street.
Hey,
you know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think I shot this in like 2018. I still like this photo, but anyway. What else do I got? Let's okay, so let's do the opposite of that, right? And let's do, oh no, I think I messed up. IT on line 1, please. IT on line 1. Thank you. I have it. Do you guys have this photo up?
Yep.
Okay, so again, just like anticipating the moment, right? This is the exact opposite of the other photo I just showed you, right? So
Oh yeah, somebody's.
I just
really
like
happy
having
there.
the kid is just boom, Santa's coming, right? It's a great time. So again, just I think I was shooting continuous because I just wanted to make sure that I got the kid kind of like, you know, laughing and having a good time. So that's what you get. And I sort of dig it. It just kind of basically encapsulates the whole event. And I think I was using a 200 here too. So it's not like I was up close. I was a little bit further away. So sniper or just, you know, shooting from a long range always helps.
Yeah.
But I mean that's what you can do, especially with like the holidays coming up, and I'm sure there's gonna be a whole bunch of events coming because like the restrictions are coming off. So I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more events around town. So this is what you can kind of do when you're just kind of out and about shooting, is trying to get this kind of stuff. Either show the mood or show the exact opposite of the mood, because it also gives you like a purpose. Like it gives you a way, it gives you a reason to shoot. It gives you kind of like a lane to go in versus just kind of blindly shooting whatever is like around you. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yep.
I don't know. Something.
Oh, I know it does.
Yeah, because for someone like me, it might surprise you guys, but I'm a little bit of an introvert, right?
No way.
So I'm trying to get out of it, right?
Yeah.
But especially if I'm out on the streets, you guys, sometimes I will go out and just randomly ask people, right?
Yeah.
I'm just beginning to build that confidence to just walk up
good.
to anybody, and if you say no, you say no. Right?
Worst thing they say is no, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst thing they
But
say.
most of the time when I don't want to go out and just ask people randomly on the streets to take their portraits, I take my 70-200 equivalent, right? Sit in the corner somewhere, but pick a spot. So I'm looking out for shapes, I'm looking out for leading lines, I'm looking out for other stuff. And I pick my spot and I'll stay there for 5, 10, sometimes 15 minutes, waiting for someone to come in so that I can get a good shot, you know, the right frame that I have in mind.
Yep.
Right. So
100%.
You should be able to spend some time and get candid shots in every situation, be it, you know, weddings or something else. I think it's fun to just plan the shots as well sometimes, right? I know that we say candids, we are not like you wanna avoid posing people and stuff, but sometimes you can also plan them. Waiting in a spot for someone to show up and all that stuff, you can plan them. This is a wedding, and like I said, capturing the moment, right? It may not be a great picture, but when the couple sees the image, she's going to remember what he said, right, on the wedding day that made her laugh that hard.
Oh yeah.
Right. So as you're there, you're looking out for some of these stuff, and then you capture the raw emotions out of those, right? So the picture itself may not be great, right? Because at an event, trust me, my goal at an event is not to get the best or the greatest of all pictures.
No.
My goal is to capture the moments, right? The special moments. And so yes, the pictures needs to be great, fine. But even if the image is grainy, because I have to shoot at ISO 6400, right? But I captured that moment for the couple. For me, it's more important because they're gonna look at that picture and something is gonna trigger, right?
Oh yeah.
Why was her laughing this hard? Right? What did he say to me on that wedding day to make me laugh this hard? Right? And that's the sort of stuff that I like to capture. And I can share this.
And you
one
can't
here.
ask them to do it again. and you can't
You
No.
can
ask
ask them to do
it
again,
It's gone.
right? Because it's only
It's
going to happen
ruined.
once.
Yeah.
So this image here, there's a series of them.
Mm.
This was a portrait shoot, right? She did a birthday shoot, and her son was behind me, giving her so much trouble, little boy, right? And so we have just kind of like paused a little bit, and she was just blowing out these kisses to the little boy to try to calm him down, right? But me being a photographer, I don't stop shooting. I keep shooting,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And I got this shot.
Oh, nice.
This one she was just prepping with the balloons, playing around with it. I took it. I still ended up. She likes it. This one was her blowing kisses at the little boy, and I shot that and this. So both
Yeah.
of these shots were shot in rapid succession, but this one is a little bit wider and a little bit more tighter
And it
on
looks like
this
she's
one.
blowing them at you, but she's
And it
not.
looks like she's blowing them at me,
But she's
but she was
not.
actually
Yeah.
trying to
And
calm the little boy behind me down.
And she's gonna remember what she was
She's
doing.
gonna remember
Yeah.
what she was doing when this shot was taken.
Yeah,
Right?
that's cool. I dig
So the whole idea is sometimes we think that, oh, what's the model doing? What's the person doing? I need to stop and wait for her to pose. No, I keep shooting in between shots. So even if I'm posing the person and all of a sudden we are taking a break and we're just walking up somewhere and she's walking in front of me, I'll take a shot, candid, without her even knowing.
Yeah.
Or she's walking towards me, thinking I'm just sitting there. I'll take a shot.
Mhm.
Sometimes those shots ends up being one of the favorites from that particular shoot.
100%. It's a good tip.
Yeah.
It's a good tip.
Right.
Good tip.
So these
That's
are
great.
these last couple shots were all on a paid birthday shoot, but instead of going the traditional way and posing her, yes, I do the poses, but I let her also have some fun, and you get shots like these
Yeah.
while she's having some fun.
Real
Love it.
emotion. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, when she's having whenever someone's having fun, they're more comfortable, and the more comfortable, the more real expression you're gonna get.
Expressions you're gonna get.
They're not gonna have their guard up, right? Like,
Yep.
what do you want from me? What are you asking me? I don't like this. Blah blah blah. That's why I think we said it in past other shows, having your model comfortable in whatever he or she is doing is very important, or else the shoot is not going to work, right? Being able to communicate what you want, having that person tell you what they're expecting, having those expectations, is important, right? Because you have to know what each other wants.
Yeah, you have to go in there. You have to talk about that before.
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking?
Because I always tell everybody I shoot with, I keep everything lighthearted. Let's have fun. It just works better for everybody.
Yeah, man.
Then you have
this is intense.
Remembrance Day from 2015.
Yeah.
An old vet coming in on the parade in one of the Jeeps. I think his face says everything for the day.
Everything, man. Jeez.
So
great shot.
They don't always have to be happy shots, people. They can be very serious.
Well, you're getting the moment of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going through his head, having gone through World War II or whatever, and whatever he's seen, and this bringing up bad memories, and
his friends maybe have passed on, right? So,
yeah,
you don't know, right?
God forbid we ever have to live through that. So it's yeah, and then you go, I don't know. No, I have to do it that way. Shoot. I did it.
Evans, play the drum roll. This is a perfect time.
Yeah, I know.
Whenever we have these pauses. Yeah. It's a perfect time. Simple plan.
Yeah, I was shooting.
Or sometimes when it goes dead, we gotta do this one.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do, man. That's what we gotta do.
God. I used to have an in with the city of Brampton. A good friend of mine was head of security, so I got into lots of shows on the other side of the fence.
There you go.
And the lead singer just came down, and I just happened to be, I was probably 10 feet away. And I was like, oh, crap. click, click, click. And doing the selfie thing with a audience member, and so
yep, it's great.
the whole thing about I could have been like the fanboy and just stood there and like, oh, that's nice. No, it's get up there, shoot, and
this is it.
So
shout out Simple Plan. Are they still a band?
I don't know.
Good times. Speaking of phone pics, let me make I love taking candid photos of people taking photos. You guys have this photo up?
Nope.
You don't have the photo up? Oh, did I even share my screen?
Yet.
Evans, play the what is this?
The crickets?
Yeah, crickets. Evans, are you sharing something?
No.
I just put something up. But you go first.
Okay, I'll go to Andre.
Okay, there we go.
So
you gotta play that every time.
If you're in New York City, it is one fantastic city to shoot people. And I was basically just sitting on the street corner, and I had my camera just actually on the ground, and this guy in this hood just starts walking across, and I'm like, snap, 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 and I got a couple in focus. Because when you're shooting like this, you just have to know where your focus point is, and hopefully move it right, and
this is a great example of like not shooting eye level all the time too. Like sometimes you want to go high and sometimes you want to go low. Because what I love about this photo is that he's mid stride.
Yeah,
that's what I love about this photo.
And there's that air of mystery because he's got his hood up, so he's like, okay, so. And
also you have the slight crosswalk, kind of like a leading line. Like it's kind of angling you towards him. Got that slight vignette almost. Like it's
kind of framing him a bit. So
a little bit.
So
good tip.
No, it's New York City is fantastic.
It's a playground.
And there again here. I know I've shown this photo before.
Yeah, but it works though.
But you know what? This couple again walking in the rain.
Rain always great. Always great for candid photo. Rain, snowstorms, whenever it's bad weather.
And they're smiling though, right? You know, they're cuddled together under the umbrella. They've got their coffees. They're walking. It's I think May, so the weather's quite nice. So
yeah, man,
we were hiding out underneath one of the building overhangs, and we were just sniping people
just
that day, and it was great with the rain.
Yeah, no, it's
so this ties into another show, bad weather and stuff.
Yes, we did.
Bad weather makes for good photos.
I think we did. I think we should. Can we link to that show? I don't know how that works. If you like this, watch this.
So you're actually tying two things together: street photography and weather, right? So
well, bad weather always makes for great photos. It doesn't matter what you're shooting, like street, landscape, portraits. I don't know. You just have that drama, right?
So you know, most people think, oh, it's a rainy day, but you know what? Get out there and shoot some photographs on people.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was. When was it? Was it Saturday that it was raining?
Yeah, when we went out.
We went out. I had out with Andre, and I think I broke my camera that day anyway.
No, did you?
It's part of fun. Well, I think it was. I don't know if it was already broken or it got broken.
It was already broken.
I think so. Yeah, it's gone. I sent it back. I sent it back to Sunny anyway. I sent it back to Henry's yesterday. Because it came back from repairs like last week, and all of a sudden it started acting up when we were shooting that day.
Come on, Henry's.
So I sent it back again. Yeah.
Come on, Henry's.
I can't wait for my A7
Did you buy it? Is it on order?
Yes.
That boy. Are you going to do a vid?
Definitely, but apparently you won't get it until sometime in December or January.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I like this photo too, Andre.
So yeah, again, New York City. You're standing out there. These guys in a FedEx truck, they just drive by and they stop for the red light, and they see me with the camera, so they're like, hey. So I'm like, okay, I'll shoot you guys.
It's okay. I'm Canadian.
So,
yeah.
They can tell you're a tourist, right? Because I was there with three other guys, and you've got all your gear with you, and
yeah.
so it's like,
okay,
tourists.
Wearing your Blue Jays hat.
So it's just take that opportunity, and if they're kind of like waving at you, hey, we're smiling, take the shot.
Yep.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, because they want to be. They want to be.
They wanted to be photographed. They were all smiling, and it's like, I cut FedEx out. I didn't.
Yeah,
FedEx in there.
You want to show them some love.
So, but yeah, no. So, don't be afraid to take the shot.
So did they open the door? Or was the door already open?
Door's already open.
Yeah, they're just okay.
So there's just I don't know why there was 3 guys in there. I've never seen that, but
it's FedEx, man. It takes 3 guys to deliver 1 package.
Maybe somebody was on the training.
FedEx, where
it's possible they were doing some training or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, just don't be afraid to take the shot.
Have you seen Castaway? They need backups.
Oh man,
I want to share something.
Yeah, I was just showing this shot. This is from Niagara Falls. I think when I first got the Canon EOS LP, and I went out to go try it, and most of the reviews I was reading was like, this camera is garbage in low light. So I went out there, Niagara Falls. Actually, I had to trick my wife to go because I said it was date night.
Date night? Meanwhile, you got all your gear with you?
So we drove to Niagara Falls for date night. And I brought my new gear with me just to take some shots.
Yeah.
So I was trying it out at nighttime. And like I said, for me, most of the time, my goal is to get the shot I want and not look more about I care about the technical stuff, but it shouldn't prevent me from getting the shot. So if you can see, this was shot at ISO 12,800.
Nice.
Zoom in.
But you can see here, the shot is pretty good, right?
Wow.
And still usable. You can see grain, but not noise, right?
That's pretty good, man.
And if I'm zoomed out, right, which is your regular viewing spot, you can't even tell. The whole thing was just capturing these girls that were having some sort of argument, right? Focusing on them, but just filming them with all the signs and the business of the street. Those are some of the candid shots that I like to get on the street. Yeah. People not looking, people doing their own thing.
Yeah. Saturday night in Niagara, date night.
Yep.
Your wife's like, where did Evans go?
Yep.
Funny, man. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Highly recommended to go to there, people. Bring your camera
to
Niagara Falls, walk up Clifton Hill or whatever.
Clifton Hill, yeah. Fortunately for me, that's where we always go for our mini vacations. We do maybe 3 or 4 times a year. We go.
No
there.
way.
Yeah.
3 times a year.
My kids love to go to the
of course.
The indoor water park. So
yeah, of course. I love that place too.
I take that opportunity to do stuff at night and stuff. What's the
it's great for night photography. It's this was from July 24th of this year.
This guy kills me in the orange.
I know
this guy kills me, man.
So Bryan and I were down at Niagara Falls that night, and you've got this bridal party discussing whatever. You got the guy there, the
what is he, an Uber driver? What is he?
No, he's the valet, I think.
Valet
for that hotel, and he's giving the girls that look like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at my orange shirt.
And this is like where you drive in on that I forget the hotel. It's right beside the Hard Rock. And they've got all those lights, and it just was a cool scene. And
it's close to the casino, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that place.
And you know what? Down there, people are fair game. You know what?
Yeah.
Of course.
It was so busy when we went, and it was just like, oh my God, I wasn't ready for that, but it was awesome. So
I had been there a week before you guys went, and the street was almost empty.
Yeah.
it was weird because we went and it was packed. It
Packed,
was,
yep.
it was like 11 o'clock at night, and every bar and restaurant still had a lineup to get in, and it was like, okay, and so great for photo opportunities. Nobody cared. Just snap away, and you get scenes like this, and it's just, and that's the whole thing about being observant and ready.
Yeah.
A minute later, this scene was totally different because the girls were gone, and he was moving a car, and so
Never
just
seen
be
a valet
ready.
never seen a valet in shorts before.
I don't know, but
Weird.
he looked all official there. So
Did he? Had the hotel badge on him.
he
My name's
did.
Ken.
Oh.
Bring your keys.
So yeah, no. There again, we've shown you weddings to street photography to model shoots. There's candid in everything, so just be prepared.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think this is one of my favorite candid shots because
That's awesome.
everyone is taking, like, I mean, this is pre-COVID obviously, but I mean, hopefully things get back to normal when people are doing things like this, and you just kind of like look for it, you plan for it, you anticipate it for it, and you just get this moment right of this family. So
yeah, they're having a great time.
Having a great time, right? It's just like it's the middle of the summer and they're having a good time, and they're just getting this selfie, right? So this is also what I like to get when people are doing this. I just I sort of try to anticipate the moment, and then you just get something like this, and then it could be it could come up pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's cool because you're capturing them having a great time
Exactly.
out, and
Exactly.
you might have to stand there a few minutes,
Yeah. You just have to, like, I just like that spot, so
Yep.
I just stood there and I waited for something to happen.
And when there's enough people out nowadays, people are going to take selfies. So
things are slowly getting back to somewhat sort of normal. I actually found this photo today. I was just going through my archives of archives, and I want to share you this photo because I think it's. Hang on, Evans is sharing something first. Yeah, exactly, man.
Yep. At weddings, I like to do this a lot because they've got everybody with their cell phones out and they're all interrupting. So certain times where I want to give the cell phone people the chance to take their shots, get them away so I can do mine, I tend to use their cell phones.
Yeah,
in my shots sometimes.
Why not?
I like mirrors. I like reflections. I look out for those at weddings, especially the getting ready sessions. Sometimes you have people or even the bride sitting down there doing stuff in the mirrors. I hide and I take some shots. Sometimes I just take the shots within the mirror, right? Just putting up those kind of candid, moments out there. Look out for those. You can play around with some of these stuff.
That's cool.
It doesn't always have to be that formal shots.
Yeah. I like how you use your phone. That's a cool idea.
Yeah. This wasn't actually my phone. It was one of the wedding guests taking the shot. Photo.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool. I dig that. It's different.
It's all about capturing that moment and emotion.
So
because you're creating a time capsule, basically.
Yeah. You guys have this photo up?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So this is, I think, 2018, and we're like, I don't know, this is actually like a Christmas party at someone's condo, and I don't know, someone like took a bunch of photos and sent it to me, and I sort of like this. I also like how the person shot in black and white too, and again, so if you're at a party or whatever in the holiday season and you want to get some cool shots, just do stuff like this and just get black and white shots of people just at the party, just doing party things.
Yep.
Because it's cool. I think I dig it, especially like now because things go. This is 2018, right? So you look back, it's like, oh, things are so different, right? So you just don't know what's going to happen in the future. So getting this like normal, mundane shots sometimes actually are pretty cool. Or sometimes more exciting than shots that you think are exciting. So
And most of the time, the people you're going to take the photos of don't even know you're taking their photo.
Yeah, like this person.
So-
this person.
I
just
don't
shot
think,
a bunch.
Paul, I don't think you knew your photo was being taken.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't
So
know.
it's
I
like,
was-
because
I didn't know.
you're deep into that conversation
Yeah.
with those people, and it's like, okay, they've got all my attention, and if you're taking my picture from over there,
yeah,
so
exactly. I just had a pizza, had a couple of beers. It's good to go, man.
I think
living
we should do
good, living good.
that trip to Niagara Falls again sometime.
Yeah,
We got to do that, man.
I
Not
think
now, not now,
you
but
did
like-
one. You
We
did
did a
one like
meetup.
what, three
Like-
summers ago before the lockdown?
we did a meetup January of 2020.
We
Oh,
gotta
yeah?
go. We gotta go
During
like
the
in
lockdown?
spring.
No, just before, like a month before. Because we took the train. The train is like $10, so we got like 30 people on the GO train,
Yeah,
Oh,
and
really?
we just had a party on the GO
Yep.
train. Yeah,
we should do that again one time.
We're gonna
I'll
do
do
like
it
in the
again.
spring or summer.
yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to.
But I'm definitely gonna go there sometime January or mid-February when the falls is frozen.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
dude, that
Yeah.
if people haven't been there when the falls are frozen,
You should.
You haven't been to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
You haven't been to Niagara Falls.
it's
if you haven't seen
wild. It oh yeah.
Ah, so beautiful when the falls is
Nature.
frozen.
nature.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of looking at it in the wintertime. It's
Yeah.
damn cold, but
It's worth it.
it's so worth it.
What I do during the winter is I book the Sheraton at the falls,
Yeah.
and I look for the upper
Oh,
floors,
yeah.
and they have this little balcony that you can step out,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're looking at the falls. So sometimes I don't even get out of the the room to get the shot.
I want to roll with you, man.
Okay.
I want to roll with you.
We're-
Jeez,
we're-
all right.
We're shacking up with Evans.
Okay, all right. Shout out to our sponsor, Sheridan.
I know, eh? Holy.
Something like that. Cool. Should we call it, guys? We're past an hour. I don't know. People are
Oh.
tired of hearing us talk.
Oh yeah, I think we've done well.
Shout out to our marketing department for getting that for us. And there's more in the bag. We just haven't released them yet because
We're
we like to
getting
keep
there.
things mysterious. Anyway, guys, thanks
getting
everyone for jumping on for another show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you took away a couple things. Make sure you like it. For the people in the chat who don't know who we really are, all the links are in the description. Check us out. If you like what you see, subscribe. And I'll give it to Evans for his final thoughts.
Thank you guys for joining us. We're always glad to have you guys. Like we always say, without you guys, we're not here. This is a community. We all take fun in learning together and growing together. So don't forget, next week we have the fall challenge. So
yes,
submit your images.
The
Let's
info
have
is on
some
our
fun
Instagram
next week.
account. Yeah.
Yep, the info is on the Instagram account.
It doesn't have to be your typical fall.
No, we don't want
photo.
that.
No. So get those colors in there somehow. But yeah. So everybody, thanks for watching. Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't let yourself block yourself.
You gotta give the guy applause for that. You gotta give the.
I know, you gotta get some applause for that. Don't yell at yourself. Block
Don't make me
yourself.
blush now. Don't make me
Wow.
blush.
This show is getting more pro every week. Gotta tell you. Yeah. Thanks everyone, and have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.